Hello everybody. So I wanted to make a video about Don Mancini because there's just things that I don't see people talking about. There's conversation to be made about certain things and I don't see it being made. I think he needs a bit of a reality check in the sense that, he was very... Because I heard the interview with him. Sorry, it just got really dark in here. But I heard the interview with him about, him, like, saying, I nurtured the franchise for 3 fucking decades and, all this stuff. He was very prideful over it. But it almost seems like he doesn't realize that the last 2 movies he made weren't as good as the other 5, Like, I don't know if he acknowledges that Seed of Chucky wasn't as good as the rest of his films. And I don't know if he acknowledges that Curse of Chucky and Cult of Chucky were not even as good as Seed of Chucky. Like, Curse of Chucky was good in the sense that it was scarier, but it was nothing that really scared me, but it was scarier in nature. So in that sense, it was better for people who liked that. And in another sense, what I don't see people talking about is the acting. Like, I know that Brad Dourif's daughter was in it, but she wasn't really the problem. There was people who were legitimate actors who were not good at acting. There were moments that just took you out of the film. It didn't feel like you were watching a real movie. There was moments like that in Curse of Chucky, and there was moments like that in Cult of Chucky, where the acting was off. These weren't good actors. Even the guy who plays Andy, what's his name? Something Vincent. Carl Vincent. We're just gonna call him Vince, alright? His acting was off. I mean, he wasn't necessarily a skilled actor. I mean, most of the acting was not so good. It seemed like I was watching a fan-made movie, like, oh, all the cool shit that the fans want, we'll just put it in the movie. It's like, well, it takes away from the legitimacy of the film, though. It's like, it just felt less... It didn't feel as big as it could have felt. Like, watching this, you would have never thought this was in the movie theaters, and it wasn't. And it was like, well, I mean, I don't know. I feel like this needs to be said. I feel like no one's saying this. I feel like he doesn't acknowledge this. But it should be acknowledged. Like, dude, first of all, if they have the right to make another movie, you really shouldn't have a problem with it because they have the right to do it. And they are going to. And you're probably going to get demands from people to make a sequel. That's probably what's going to happen. Because that movie's owned by MGM, and the sequel's owned by Universal. So if they want a sequel to the reboot, everyone's going to ask you for it. And you're already working on everything. I understand the stress of it. But it's like, he was mad about them asking if he wanted to be on it. Like, it's the least they could do, man. Like, they wanted something fresh. They wanted something new, And they aren't necessarily Americans. So what seems hostile to you might not have been very hostile, They asked you if you wanted to be an executive producer on it, because they wanted to see, you could have your name on it in certain parts. And he said it felt patronizing, which I'm sure it does, but, like, that's the least they could do. It's like, So, anyways, that's kind of really all I wanted to say. I'm kind of excited to see the TV show. Not too excited. I used to think that Chucky should have had his own TV show, where each episode he was trying to kill Andy. Each episode was a different place. It was at the pool, and the next episode it would be at an amusement park, and the next episode it would be at a carnival, the next episode, each episode a different thing, Wouldn't have ran very long that way, but that's how I always thought about how it could have been when I was a little kid. I thought they should get rid of the scars and just give him his own little show and have someone play Andy as a younger kid. That's what I always thought they should do. But I don't know. Alex Vincent. That's the guy who plays Andy. So yeah, I mean, they just wanted something new. They wanted a fresh start. I mean, it didn't... The Chucky franchise in his hands had lost its epicness. So just, if that's even a word, it wasn't as epic as it used to be. It wasn't as, like... It wasn't as big of a deal anymore. It wasn't, like, as serious. It wasn't... It lost a lot of its classic film quality that you want in a movie. So, of course, you know, they're going to want to... We deserve to have him back on the big screen. We deserve that, you know? So, yeah. I was excited about some of the updates for the Child's Play show. Apparently they're going back to the roots and stuff. I'm excited to see it. I am. But I'm more excited to see the movie. Because movies are just bigger and they're more climactic and they're more, you know, suspenseful and big, you know. So, yeah. Can't wait to see it, the movie and the show. But yeah, I mean, I think there's no denying that in the hands of Don Mancini, the franchise didn't die, but it went in a different direction than what we wanted, you know. So, yeah. Like, if I was a young kid and I heard about 2 more movies that I didn't know about, what, Cult of Chucky and Curse of Chucky, I've never heard of those, and then I got to see those movies, and I'd be like, wow, this is crazy. I would love it as a kid, but as I got older, I wouldn't love it that much. I think these are fantasies that Don Mancini has had for a long time that he didn't get to do. And I think that he just got to do them. And that's cool. That's amazing. Dream come true for him. But it seemed almost childlike. I don't know. It doesn't matter what I think, really. It's whatever he wanted to do. But, yeah. So, excited to see the movie. Excited for the show. We'll see how the show goes. I just hope the acting is better. But, yeah. We just deserve this. There shouldn't be any problems here. Anyways, I love you, Don Mancini. I love you, everybody. I'll be back in a flash. Yeah.